Man, it's game week again, and we're back after let's not keep this like it was a close game. This was a double score game where the Raiders were in front from the third quarter on. Did we have some problems in this game? Yeah, you've seen it. But for the first time, and I want to say maybe 3 to 4 years. Nah, let's take this a little bit farther back. Maybe in the last 10 years, we've seen that the coaches were able to come in, uh, make changes to the game plan, and guess what? They there was adjustments made accordingly, and the Raiders came out in the third and fourth quarter, and they flourished. They began to get pressure on the quarterback, and in the passing game. I want to give out a couple game balls today. I want to give one out to Caillou Blue Kelly. Um, I didn't know who he was. I thought he was a guy who was just going to be out there. Um, I thought he was basically a camp body. This dude's starting, and he's not only is he starting, he's starting well. He came out, he played. Other than a fluke defensive calling, he came out and he performed like an NFL starter. Like this was a great showing by him. I'm also going to give a game ball out to uh, Ashton Genty for his pass protection. That was spot on pass protection. I mean, he was picking up the blitz. Uh, Whoever the offensive line was passing on, he was out there picking up. This was great. It was great to see him do this. There's still some things I would like to see him do better in his game, yes. But I'm going to appreciate the little things that he does well right now and wait for him to grow into the other things. Another game ball I'm going to give out. Let's give a game ball out to Geno Smith. Geno Smith threw for 362 yards in one game. That is the highest amount of passing yards for a Raiders starter, debut starter in the history of our franchise. And I think he completed 20-yard plus passes. Bro, we're going back to the 90s with this. This is peak Al Davis. This is what this whole franchise was built on. Throwing the ball deep, handing the ball off, and well, they got half of that right. Even they were throwing the ball deep. Brock Bowers was Brock Bowers. Thornton was doing his job. Tucker was doing his job. These guys were fast. They were out there being beautiful, perfect compliments to Bowers, and Bowers was being Bowers. I'm really happy with the state of this team. I've been on here many times on the shows, and I've talked about how I didn't really think that this defense was going to be any kind of strength. I'm sorry, not just the whole defense, but the secondary. And the secondary held up. The secondary held up, and they held up well. I'm very proud of this secondary. They were out there running, man coverage and just different things. And you really seen in the second half how they manufactured pressure with blitzing or even faking blitzing, and it was a whole different mindset of this defense because we've had the same defensive coordinator under 3 different regimes, and yet we have never seen any type of defense like this where that they were multiple. They came up, they played, 4-3. We've seen them play nickel and obvious running downs. We've seen this defense be really soft in the middle. They weren't. We've seen, them have consistent matchup problems, and they weren't doing those things. They were out there matching up well, and I want to say that some of this is Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll bringing some of his finesse to the defense because first and foremost, Pete Carroll is a defensive backs guy, and he's a defensive coordinator at heart, and I think he's there helping. Oh my gosh, see, this is not that old age kicking in. I mean, helping our defensive coordinator, continue to expand his game. I mean, we've seen the same busted coverage. Like we ran a lot of cover 3 last year, and we were running a little cover, cover zero, cover one. I mean, a little cover six, a little cover four. I mean, like, and it wasn't the same old situation that we used to just sit there and get beat up and busted up on. And we've seen a lot of games where we were winning, and then at the end of the game we kind of lost because the defense was just predictable, and this wasn't that defense. They were out there, they were running around to the ball. Oh, shout out Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams was a heat-seeking missile. This man played on the line of around the line of scrimmage, and he was unstoppable. He came in, he pressured the quarterback, he dropped in the coverage. This dude did it all, and he was playing like the Pro Bowler Jamal Adams that we seen maybe 5 years ago, and like last year when we seen him play in Tennessee, this wasn't the same guy. I kind of like him a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage where that he could just, see ball, get ball, and it was refreshing to see that. And don't get me wrong, dude, this dude was the bane of a lot of my nightmares for a minute. You know what I mean? Especially, I mean, a lot of you guys remember when we went to New York and got Derek Card, by him. So it was a different experience seeing him on our side and just being out there. A shout out USC Trojans, the big fella, defensive tackle, running for the touchdown. Hey, bro, I'm sorry, dude. Every time I see it on Sports Center or whatever, dude, I got a shout out. 5-9, let's go Trojans. But man, it was so great to see see Jamal Adams out there flying around, being fast, being quick, and just the offense is as good as it's built to be, but the defense was. We all were very skeptical when we seen the defense. We're like, dude, a lot of these guys are just it's a no name defense. It's patchwork at best, and you've seen them. They would just consistently bend and bend and bend, but not break. And I really appreciate. I think I was talking with Jones and Cade on Sunday, and I was like, wow, shout out to the defense because a lot of times our defense would already given up, and dude, they were that second quarter was that. I'm sorry, from the halfway point in the first quarter throughout the whole half, the defense was on the field the whole time. The offense would hit a blank spot, a flat spot, and couldn't do anything. The defense sat there and they just bend and bend and bend and bend. It didn't break, and I haven't seen this from this team in a long time. I mean, so shout out to the defense for that one. I'm also gonna say that this team under Pete Carroll came out with the right attitude. It took the Patriots out of what they wanted to do. They wanted to run the ball, they wanted to be physical, they wanted to be dominant, and they couldn't. This team played downhill against the Patriots, against a Mike Vrabel team, and they won, and they won convincingly. That they scored 3 points in the second half, and that was just like a blah second. Like bro, what are you doing? Like it was a mirage 3 points that they gave up, and I'm proud of this team. This is something we've been trying to see from this team for a long time and under different regimes. We wanted to see we had a similar situation with John Gruden, and then we never actually seen this with Fat Neck, but after that, I'm kind of proud though. I'm just really proud of this team and where it's at and what it's doing. This team is coming together, and you see a lot of the leadership on this team, and they want to be the type of players that they make the difference. And they make the choice. They're the reason why the team won. They're the reason why the team lost. They're the reason why. And we haven't seen that. We've seen a lot of this and that, and people reference other things that happen and not. And this team is taking accountability for themselves, and that's the leadership in the room. That's Max Crosby. That's Geno Smith. That's Pete Carroll, and that's the great coaching staff that they put together. And this is a start. This is a start. Something better. Something that's not going to be what we normally have. It's in the past we would have something that would be kind of superficial. I mean, like would scrape out a win, but this was a dominant win. This is how you're supposed to win. There wasn't I wasn't sitting there chewing on my nails and grabbing the couch like, oh my God, are we gonna win? Are we gonna win? No. I third quarter I knew we were gonna win. It was confident, and this is how we start building and going forward. So I'm excited for last week, but I'm gonna put last week to the side. And this week we have Jim Harbaugh and the San Diego Super Chokers. This is a rivalry game. This is a game where I don't care what your record is. I don't care what prognosticators want to say what's going to happen, or people who think they're in the know or they understand football think what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you this much. This is a Pete Carroll, John Harbaugh coaching matchup, and it's going to be physical. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be nasty, and I'm here for every last bit of it because I don't think John Harbaugh or the San Diego Super Soakers or whatever you want to call them are ready to come over here and have a fist fight. They never have, and they never will. This is a different type of ball game. Are they talented? Yes. Did they look better than the AFC Championship last week? Yes, they did. Doesn't matter. This is a rivalry game. This is a game where I'm taking the Raiders by 5 all day long, dude. It's going to be a little close. This is going to be a grueling fight, but I think the Raiders are going to win this game. I think they're going to win this game handily. Well, not handily, but by 5. I mean, it's going to be a little close, but I just don't see. I don't see the Chargers defense being able to protect that offense, dude. The Chargers defense is freaking old. It's old. It's bagged up, and we all know what happens to the Chargers. They start off hot, and then by week 3, week 4, they're all banged up, and they're waiting for the draft. Last year, I mean, every once in a while, it's an anomaly year, and they make the playoffs. They don't do anything in the playoffs. However, they make the playoffs. So, watching what's going on and knowing what's going on and know what type of team this is, it's the same ownership. It's the same people. It's the same trainers. It's the same everything, dude. I don't care if you bring Jim Harbaugh in, bro. I don't care. Your defense is old. The Raiders. I'm looking for Ashton Jeanty to get it going against the Chargers. I'm looking for him to get 100 yards rushing. I'm also looking for 100 yards from Thornton. I think he can do it this year. This is going to be his big breakout game. I'm going to call for 4 catches. He's going to average 24, 25 yards a catch. Yeah, this is his game. 25 yards. So 25 yards a catch. I think this is when he makes his big breakout and makes his welcome to the NFL moment. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Yeah. Also too, I'm going to say I understand that their offensive line is big. I understand that they think that they can do what they want, but I'm going to tell you this much. This is a pretty strong front seven for the Raiders. I'm looking forward to see what Booker brings to the defense. I mean, White was the standout player of the game last week. White, I think, had 11 tackles, and Adams had 9. Caillou Blue had 9. So a lot of the tackling where you want it, it wasn't with the safeties. It was with your linebackers and your edge guys. And I think this defense is going to be enough to contain the Chargers, or at least compete with the Chargers. And trust me, when I first was coming, like, God damn, dude, what a difference two weeks makes, because I didn't think this defense was going to play as well as it could. I didn't think it was be as effective as it was. And I mean, we all watched the preseason. We're like, dude, do these guys want to tackle? Like, I mean, I seen Devin White. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Are you playing patty cake with dude? I mean, and come week 1, this dude's out here headhunting. He's hitting everybody. He's doing what he needs to do. This is what I wanted to see in the preseason, but I'm thankful I'm seeing it when it counts, because it's week 1. They came out and they got to win when nobody chose them to win. And guess what? Nobody chooses them to win this week again. So I'm looking forward to see what happens tomorrow. I got the Raiders winning by, I think I said 5. I'm gonna put it out 25. Nah, Charlie. I'm gonna say 30-25. I don't know how the Raiders get that 5, but they're gonna get it. I'm calling for a safety. Max Crosby sacking Sherbert for a safety. You heard it first. If I'm right, just talk shit in my inbox, or if I'm wrong, talk shit in my inbox. I don't give a shit, dude. We're here to have a fun time and a conversation. I'm also looking forward to see how far this rivalry will go from Pete Carroll and Jim or John or fucking Jonathan or fucking whatever, Hardball, whatever his name is. Yeah, I don't care. I can't wait to see how far it goes, because this rivalry went from the Pac-12 to the NFC West, and now it's here in the AFC West. And I just want to see where it goes. Neither team is gonna back down. We all know Pete Carroll, when it all mattered. Are you mad, bro? Are you mad, bro? Why you mad, bro? You know what I'm saying? So that's how it always ended. Hardball doing what he does, being in second place, being a pack up like he should be. Let's get this. I think the Raiders are coming in and they're going to win. Check this out. Okay. All right. So again, I got the Raiders 30 to 30-25. And then I also have I got GNT with 100 yards, and Thornton with 100 yards. Yeah, you heard that. All right, so hit me in my inbox if you guys have any more thoughts or anything on this game. This game is going to be this is going to be it is going to be a really good fight. This is going to be a really good fight. I can understand that, but honestly, I think the Raiders are going to come out with the victory. This is your first team. This is your first home. This is your home opener, and I shout out to Juan Soto. Geno Smith is damn near you can't beat him inside of a dome. So I want to see how this goes. Let's see this. Wow. All right, so I'm in. I'm out. Thank you, everybody, for coming and visiting my show. We're having a short one today. We might go live tomorrow for post-game reaction. Catch us on we'll have a pregame show on the Unfiltered Truth. We will have a halftime space. And then I'm gonna do a post game show. We see how this goes. Do Go Raiders, fight on Trojans. Peace.